Hey, good morning to you all. It is a Wednesday, hump day, as you like to call it, of course, and the middle of the week. And boy, what a great stretch of weather. You just can't help but be outdoors, even mowing the lawn, which I did yesterday, and just putzing around here and there outside. Had a good time. Did do the civic duty, went and voted, and hopefully you all did as well, if you're eligible. And uh, did that, and I don't know what's on tap for today as far as plans, but I'm sure we'll be doing something outside. I know I have to pick up my daughter from work, and I'm just trying to think. Was there something going on? I can't remember. Sometimes your days just get discombobulated there. Other than that, things in pretty good shape for the day. And hopefully you were able to get out and enjoy some of the great weather like we have here. This is a New Motors shot here. Might be kind of tough to see. That's the landfill there in the background. Here's Interstate 90 and just good sunshine overhead. I don't know why that particular shot never shows up very well. It's one of the most beautiful shots for a sunrise, but it usually doesn't show up too well. Let's go to Conneaut Lake, and that should show a nice bright sunshine there. Beautiful day there at the lake, and we're going to move over and go as the fire hall likes. We're going to go over to, whoop, why are you going down? That's not what I want you to do. There we go. I'm not quite sure it did that. Why it did that. These can be sensitive. Surprisingly, nobody on the water, or at least nobody that I can see. See if we can get that a little better focused here. This is one of our older cameras, and even though they're pretty rugged, they tend to go with time here, and we're going several years now with these cameras. And they're out in the elements the whole time, and you got to play with them a little bit. That is surprising to me on such a mild day, in the 50s at least, that more people aren't out there on the lake. But perhaps that'll change with time. And again, hopefully you all can get out and enjoy, because we're pretty much looking at the same kind of forecast that we have been for the past several days, all courtesy of a big old high pressure system. That ridge is the dominant one here. Whoops. That is those are yesterday's maps. Let's see if I can get today's maps on here, though that probably won't be a whole lot different here. There we go, today's map. So we have high pressure ridge, and as we figured, the high drifting in toward the west, and the retrograding, as we often call it, and that allowing for the ridge to go up well into Canada. And notice here, remember looking at the streamlines. That's what we're looking at, particularly as we head on into tomorrow, because watch what happens for tomorrow. The high moves toward the east. Now, if you recall, yesterday it had a much flatter look. Here. We had, some more flattening look. Now the ridge is building a little more into Ontario. Recall yesterday we said some moisture that's coming up from the south here. Because the high is over here, it blocks the direct movement of moisture, but it can still ride along it, riding up through Texas, Louisiana, and we'll ride over it. But since this ridge is a little better established tomorrow than what the models thought yesterday, any storms that form will probably go into New England instead of here in Pennsylvania. So what we thought might have been perhaps a potential for rain tomorrow, now it's looking just about non-existent. Even Friday not looking all that impressive here. The ridge does regress a little bit, so we are introducing a chance of an isolated storm. But again, this high still effectively keeping the moisture out. And the moisture has to go the long way around here, so it'll just take a little longer before the humidity starts to build up here, and that will lead to some scattered storms as we head on toward the weekend. All right, who's commenting today? Hey, Celine, good to see you this morning. Eric, good morning as well. Hey, Denise Alvarez, good morning out there in Spartansburg. Hello, Becky You enjoy your day as well. Bunny Hopper, nice to see you. Loving the weather. You bet I am. I like warmth and no humidity. So, Chatty Cathy, good to see you. 48 degrees and some sunshine there in the Youngsville area. And hello to you, Craig. Good to see you this morning. Bob at the UT, good to see you along the beautiful Allegheny River. And hello to you, Donna from Ocala. Hello. And Lori, good to see you this morning. 54 comfy degrees there. Boat day, you get out and you enjoy. Get that sunscreen on. I know you tell your kids, and you told your school kids, make sure you and Bob, make sure you get that sunscreen on. This is a strong sun, and you could burn very easily. Don't want that to happen. You know it's not fun. And hello to you, Ron. Hey, good to see you. Good question here. What's your confidence of no more frost? I think north of 26th Street, my confidence is pretty high. Between Route 20 and I-90, I would say there's still, between now and June 1st, maybe a 30-40%. Like north of 20, I'd say less than 20%. From Route 20 to I-90, 20 to 40%. South of I-90, still 50% or greater. So I hope that helps you out. My daughter has, we put the tomatoes in, we put some of the more, we've already put ours in. So we're banking on, and if it happens, it'll be a light frost, 32 to 35 degrees here in the area, as opposed to a hard 27, 28 degree freeze, which still could happen in some of those inland valleys. So that's my best guess, Ron. I won't provide professional gardening advice, but that's my best guess meteorologically. And hello to you, Blaine. Good to see you. Hey, Barb. Hello. Danielle out there in Mercer. You bought flowers yesterday. Good for you, Danielle. Get them in the ground or hang them on the hook, whatever you usually do there, because it is going to be some good day there. You're just south of 20. Okay. All right. Good deal. Yeah, I think you're going to be in pretty good shape as far as frost goes. But I would have, depending how big the plants are, you may want to have a cover just in case, if it gets down to like 35-ish, probably not a bad idea. Maybe just put a little cover on them. But you probably know that better than I do. So how is the weather looking here as we head on toward the next couple of days here? Let's pop up that 7-day forecast and show you what we're looking at here. And there it is. No big changes. Hello to you, Justin. Good to see you there this morning, my friend out there. Good morning to you. Yeah, the tall buckets work, like Lori says here. Get tall bucket, a bucket that you maybe mop the floor with or something like that works well. My daughter had, we have a few of those. My daughter has a few of those, even a big tub, anything. You just have to, it'll add 2 or 3 degrees to that temperature and hopefully keep the frost from getting too bad out there. So hello, Bill. Nice looking hump day. Nice looking weekend here, as you can see. Now each day gets a little more humid. Tomorrow, and again, this is in a relative sense. Dew points today are in the lower to mid 40s. Dew points tomorrow probably getting into the lower to mid 50s. Friday, maybe 55 to 60. Those are comfortable dew points, even though they are going up. Now, I think they'll break 60 for Saturday and Sunday, and the air a little more unstable, particularly on Sunday. We do expect a little backdoor front to come in. Backdoor means it's coming from the east or northeast as opposed to the west. And, it'll cool us off a bit. This Monday down to the mid 70s, but and it's probably going to give better chances at night. But, scattered storms look like a little better possibility for Sunday, though we can't rule out a couple on Saturday as well. Then the front goes back north as a warm front back into New York and Ontario. So we're back in the low 80s. Right now, we're just going to keep a chance of those showers on Tuesday. We'll just kind of go from there, but I'm not real bullish on it. Not real bullish on a lot of storms any day. Fronts are interesting, though. So Sunday night, Monday may be a little bit of interest. You have to watch for frost till the first till the full moon in June. The Val. Oh yeah, yes, I agree, Denise. Not a bad idea. You could even still get maybe a bit of a freeze, between now. Used to get black oil birdseed for those tall buckets. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, I remember. I remember seeing those in the stores. Always a lot of fun. And speaking of fun, who doesn't like a good pizza for the most part here? And here it is. One thing I love about election day or election night is they always order pizza, and of course, they keep it in the fridge usually when they're done with it so that we can enjoy it the next day. So on my Facebook page this morning, I have, how do you like leftover pizza? Do you just eat it cold? Or do you have to heat it up? Now, and when you heat it up, do you like nuke it? Or do you actually take the time, put it in the oven and let the cheese melt on it? That's probably the best way to reheat it. Nuking, as you know, it gets soggy here. But in my younger days, hey, if we had leftover pizza, from the night before, I just grab it and shove it in my mouth. Now when I eat cold pizza, I don't know if it's just the mozzarella is kind of tough on the stomach anymore. But I got to watch my dairy to begin with. And, but this particular one, I did nuke it for about 20 seconds. Now, that was about 25 minutes ago, so it's not really warm. But the cheese is at least a little melted. It's a little softer. Sometimes when you bite, especially if you get extra cheese, you bite into a cold pizza, you get a kind of a thick one there, and that can sit in your stomach. If you can handle it, good for you. And I can. It's not where I get deathly ill when no one wants to be around me, if you know what I mean. But it just, I like it just a little bit softer there. I love the fact, now this one, I don't know where this pizza came from here. It's in a kind of a generic box, but it's got olives, mushrooms, and there was some green pepper on the other side, but I already ate that part there. I love it. I mean, I'm good with most toppings. I'm not an anchovy guy. I'm not a pineapple guy, but I'll take most veggies and meats. I don't mind. I'm not as big of a fan of like spiced ham or capicola or anything like that. But I don't mind olives. I don't. If I had a quote favorite, I'm a cheese and mushroom guy. But I do like the green peppers as well. And I'm not a big specialty pizza. I'm not a big taco pizza or lasagna pizza or some of these other ones that you hear where they're trying to make pizza more like mainstream dinners. Give it to me with the crust. I do like the thin crust. So this is a good thin crust. And I do like the thin crust. And, a little extra sauce doesn't hurt as well. So hello to you, Tom. Yep, put it in the toaster oven. I've done that as well. We do have one here in the break room. It doesn't work very well. And who else here? Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. And yes, Supreme pizzas. I do love the Supreme pizza, Donna. I mean, I do love Supreme is kind of the everything pizza. Love it. Oh, I never thought of putting it on the grill. Okay, we'll have to try that there. Thank you, Lori. We'll try the grill leftover pizza. I've never tried grilling it. I mean, I do like those. I don't know if anyone has it anymore, where they put it in the big stone ovens. What was it? The Italian oven on 12th Street? They used to put it that way. Boy, that pizza was good. Too bad they went out of business. Boy, that was good pizza. One of my favorites at the time. Gosh, kids were really young. This had to be about 20 years ago, maybe 15 to 20 years ago. The Italian oven was on 12th Street, not too far where the Aldi's is, to the west of the Yorktown Center. I don't know what's there now, but that was good pizza there. Really love it. Yeah, I hear you, Celine. I mean, my wife usually makes her own. We do. I mean, sometimes if you don't feel like it, we'll order out. But we know she makes her own pizza, which I love. A white pizza get some olive oil and butter and garlic, and put some, little shrimp or even that imitation crab meat or something if you don't want to splurge on the higher ended seafood there. I love seafood pizza. Maybe that's one special one I do. I like. So there you have it. Yeah, Becky, you remember? Yeah, the Italian oven. We went there. The one we went there, Felnil. They had no problem with garlic. They had a white sauce, a white spaghetti sauce there. I mean, it was would have liked a little more olive oil, but boy, did they pound the garlic on that. I mean, my wife had to go into the other room one time later that night because it was just garlic all over the place. But I didn't have a cold the whole year. Okay, guys, I gotta fly. Enough. All this food is making me hungry here, so I'm gonna finish up this pizza. I want you to go outside and have a great day. And if you haven't been vaccinated yet, please do so. Let's get back to normal here. Enjoy your day. Talk to you tomorrow.